What's going on YouTube? WestHobbiesRC. So today we are back with a video about chargers. A bunch of you have asked about what charger is the best, what charger you should get. And I have a wide variety of chargers laid out on the table here. These are all the chargers that I use on a daily basis pretty much, as I have a lot of batteries. So go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do is go over what chargers we have. Now, these are just the chargers that I currently own. There is a ton of chargers on the market. So we'll go from the left to the right. So first is this Smart Charger S155. This is an awesome little charger for up to 4S batteries if you're into Spectrum smart batteries. But this will not only do smart Spectrum batteries, but it'll also do regular LiPos as well. It has a little door here for IC3 and IC5, which is also EC3 and EC5. And you have your balance leads will plug in here again to 4S LiPos. Awesome little charger, but if you're not into smart batteries, you don't need one of these. And this is something else we're going to talk about with all of these chargers on the table is AC and DC. Some of your chargers are AC only, like this Spectrum Smart Charger. It's AC only, so you cannot plug this into a 12-volt power supply. It has to be 110 to 240 volts. And a lot of your chargers will be DC only, like this little ISDT Q6 Nano. This is a DC only charger, 12 to 30 volts. The ISDT P30, DC only, DC only, DC only, and this is a AC-DC charger. So let's go ahead and start with what charger I personally like and what you should look for in your charger. Out of all the chargers that I own, the Hi-Tech X4 is one charger I would highly recommend you staying away from. This is a 4-port charger, but the thing is that it's a 4-port charger only up to 6S. So you have a 2 to 6S balance board here per port. It is a very, very weak charger. You can only put about 3 amps per port, and all this charger is 4 of those cheap eBay, Amazon, $20 to $30 chargers. So that's all this is. It's a sophisticated, more expensive, cheap charger that it does a good job. I use this for doing little 2-cell, 3-cell batteries, home use only, but I don't recommend the Hi-Tech X4C as this one is, unless it's something just for doing some little batteries and stuff like that. Now, this is my Thunderpower TP30. This is a very old charger. They are no longer on the market, but if you can find them used, highly, highly recommend this charger. It is a fantastic charger. It is a DC only charger, so you will need a power supply, which we will go over in a little bit. This is a 2 to 8S charger, so you can charge anything from 2S to 8S, and it is a dual port. But what's really nice about this charger is it's 20 amps per side, so it pumps out a ton of power. And it is a 800 watt max charge. So I'm sorry, it's 10 amps per side, 20 amps total, 1 to 8S. This charger works every time. With the balance board, you have a variety of our regular LiPos, which we know now, and the original Thunderpower LiPos that had a different balance lead. It gives you every feature of charge, discharge. It gives you nickel metal hydride NiCad, PB battery, all that good stuff, which is something you need to look for in a charger. But this charger right here, no longer made, but a great charger. If you can find one, highly recommend it. iCharger 406 Duo, awesome, awesome charger. This charger does everything you need. This is only a 2 to 6S charger. So it will not do 8S, but it'll do everything else. This charger dumps a ton of power. It gives you a adjustable screen at the top, so you can do up and down. Again, dual port, 2 to 6S, temperature. It'll also do lithium polymer, lithium ion. It is a 10 to 30 volt input, dual fans on the charger, temperature sensors on the outside, full touch buttons all the way around for each side. You can monitor your internal resistance with this charger. So one thing that is very important about any charger that you see here, can be anything from this little ISDT Nano up to any other charger on the market, is your charger needs to be trusted. You need to make sure that your charger is doing what it's supposed to do and going to 4.2 volts a cell on LiPos, because 9 times out of 10, a LiPo battery fire is from the charger itself, because it'll overcharge a cell, or if you're not balance charging, and it will cause a fire, which we will go over balance charging. I'm going to do both of these as one. ISDT makes awesome chargers. These are both brand new. I don't believe they make the Q6 anymore, but they make one similar. This is a little nano pocket charger. This will do up to 6S LiPos as well. It is a DC only input. It charges at a 200 watt output, so it would do about 8 amps output. And this is awesome to charge stuff at the field. I use this at the house to charge single batteries. It works fantastic. My favorite charger that you can get right now, still to this day, is the ISDT P30. This is a dual port with XT30 output connectors here, so you'd have to do XT30 to whatever you're charging. Dual internal fans. It is an aluminum cased charger, so it is very well made, very sturdy. XT90 input to the backside, so you'll have to put your power leads from your power supply to your XT90. And again, up from 2 to 8S on the side here. This does everything, monitors your internal resistance. It's fully touchscreen. It comes with a screen protector. I just leave the stock one on there. This is an awesome charger for the money, but again, you will need a power supply. Now, this is a charge box that I built many, many years ago, probably about 8 to 10 years ago. It is just a Harbor Freight case. I cut a hole in the side right here for my power supply fan, and my charger is Velcroed down right here. This is all my balance leads, charge leads. If you guys want to see me make a new charge case with a nice plexiglass top with the chargers in it, we can do that. But this is the power supply I use the most. This is a Power S600, 40 amp, 600 watt power supply. It is adjustable voltage from 0 to 15 volts, and will do 40 amps with dual outputs, 4mm banana plugs, so I can run my Thunderpower 820, and I also have a lead to run my ISDT P30. So this will run off of the same power supply, or I can run my ISDT Q6 Nano for doing single charging packs. There is also another way you can do it, but invest in a good power supply because you can run multiple chargers, and you can also output the power that the charger needs when charging bigger batteries. Now, this is a old computer power supply that has been modified to run our chargers, like this one and like the iCharger 406 Duo. It has 4mm plugs that were put in the front and a little light just to show it's on with a servo horn there. You can do this as well. This isn't really a big power supply. It doesn't put out a lot of power, but it'll do up to 10 amps and it charges just fine that way. So this is another alternative to a power supply. But get yourself a good power supply, spend the money one time, and get yourself a good charger, spend the money one time. We have the iCharger 406 Duo hooked up with the old computer power supply on a 6S 2400. So now, one thing I wanted to touch on, when charging your battery, you can charge at 1C is always safe. I charge at 2 to 3C. What does that mean? That means your milliamp hour of the battery. So this is a 2400 milliamp, so 1C would be 2.4 amps. If it's a 5,000 milliamp, that would be 5 amps. If it's a 3,000 milliamp, that would be 3 amps. So 1C is always what the milliamp is. So if it's 2,000 milliamps, 2 amps, 2,400 milliamps, 2.4, and so on. And then if you want 2C, so this right here, if you had a 3,000 milliamp, 2C would be 6 amps, 2.4 amps would be 4.8 amps, and so on. Now, when we're charging a battery, we're gonna hit charge, and we're gonna hit yes. One thing that's important is our cell. This is what we look at while charging. We need a charger that we can rely on that gives us a consistent voltage. What happens a lot of times when there is a LiPo fire, it is because one cell will go way past the other one and it goes past its safe 4.2 volts, 4.3 maxed way out, and it can cause fire. It's also important that you balance charge. Your charger needs to be a balanced charge capable, and anytime you are charging a LiPo, that balance lead must be plugged in no matter what. And another great thing on these chargers now is we can check internal resistance. This one is extremely high at 7, but this pack has been abused. But internal resistance is important to check, as well as the regular milliamps put in and our cell voltage throughout the charging of the pack. Buying a charger, it is important that you buy a charger more than what you need, because if you want to be like me and have a bunch of different chargers and buy new ones all the time, that's great. If not, spend the money one time. iCharger, ISDT are my two choices of chargers, whichever one you like and meets your fancy. So ISDT P30, 2 to 8S. This is the charger I recommend you getting. Get yourself a good power supply, 6 to 1200 watts, and this will be all you ever need. If you need 2 of them, get 2 of them. This will do everything you can want it to do. Balance charge, LiPos, nickel metal hydrides, all that stuff. Show you your internal resistance of the cell and you have a quality charger that you don't need to worry about overcharging and causing a LiPo fire. And just like any charger or when charging batteries, if you leave them unattended, they can be dangerous, so never just leave your chargers going. If you guys want me to make a more in-depth video about charging or about LiPos, how to read them, what they mean, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Remember, Patreon and PayPal are linked in every video description if you'd like to help support me. Take care and have a great day.